Oh, I'm so excited. My Freeboard 5 is here. Oh my God, the anticipation. And it's here. Let's bust this thing open. All right, I literally just walked in the door from work. Still got my jacket on. We're gonna bust this thing open. Long time waiting for this. The anticipation. Shout out to Bob for making it happen. And Bentley, everybody else that's helped get us to this moment. Yeah, look at that. Wish my name was on here. I guess I was too late, but it's okay. We'll let it slide this time, guys. I mean, they put Deathbox on here, but you couldn't put Durkee on here? I mean, come on now. Bentley. Nope, no Dirk. It's okay. Maybe I'll find it one day. There's a lot of names on there. Look at that. That is a beauty. I like the shape. I like the way that kicks out, the roundedness. That's pretty sweet. Good choice on the shape there, boys. I like it. Kind of got some interesting little pockets in it right here, like a little bit more complexity to the shape than the original boards, looks like. Yeah, kind of got that like spoon tip, almost kind of like the Battalions when they first started coming out with that spoon, and then like Rome and a bunch of other snowboard companies started kind of doing that. But we've all seen a deck before. Now this is the part we've all been waiting on. Nice packaging. Got the Freeboard Snowflake Classic. Freeboard 5. Okay, all right. Interesting. Got these kind of almost like the blues, kind of maybe. The aquas, I call them. Definitely got some rocker to the hangers. Looks like maybe a little more than the G3Rs, potentially. I like that classic look, kind of like an old Indy. All the chrome. Nice look with the Freeboard emblem, or Freeboard stamping right there. Bushings seem a little, no, I guess they've got some give. They're not like the stock bushings on the other ones. They seem a little nicer than that. Oh, now this part. Can't tell you how many years I've been sitting here waiting for a 2-part truck. Something that eliminates that inevitable break right here. The tension always snapped them, no matter the shape. Had to go somewhere, so I like that now you don't have to replace your whole thing just when the base plate breaks now. It's just this, when this breaks. I definitely am a little weirded out by this wheel. It's kind of a little mohawky there. I don't know, I might still switch over to the Boros. I mean, I guess I should try it the way that Bob intended, but yeah, it's interesting. It's got an Allen key down here. Inside of that, maybe you can switch the hanger arm or the swing arm if that breaks. Pretty decent alignment. Doesn't look like it's kicked out. Even some of the base plates out of the box would have some slop in them, so it looks like they did a pretty good job of making sure these are straight, which is good. Good action to them. Be interested to take that off and take a look at all that, but seems like it's a totally new mechanism of how it engages with it. It's like a plastic piece instead of the spring, the metal spring back in the day. Interesting, interesting. I like it. Whew, man, long time coming. Yeah, sweet. All right, well, that's the unboxing. Let's get this Bad Mama Jamma put together and go ride it. It'd be weird. I haven't ridden on just plain grip tape on a freeboard in a long time. That'll probably get changed out pretty quick. Put my foam, put my spikes, what I usually put on there. So, but we'll try it like this. I don't want to take the time to do that just yet. It's weird. It almost feels like the board has a little bit of rocker to it. It might be those spoons though. It kind of seems like it has some rocker to it though. Is that intended? It's interesting. It's got a definitely, almost looks like it's got more in the front than the back. Maybe I'm tripping. No, I guess that's pretty uniform. It does seem like it has a little bit of rocker to it though. We'll have to ask old Bentley and see if that was what they meant to do. Yeah, I'm gonna get this put together. See what we got here. Classic. All right, I tell you right now, definitely not gonna use just the bare bindings. I definitely can't hang with that. So, luckily, I think I already have my bindings off from my trip. There we go. So you gotta have the foam. Like, I mean, get some foam, put them on there, makes it grip better, makes it less harsh on your feet. I don't really like wearing thick tongue shoes, so. All right, so what we got here? So it looks like, So, no. Yeah, okay. There's too many holes. It's weirding me out. I don't understand this. Okay, so that goes there. All right, cool. Let's pop some holes. Is there a kick up on the nose too? There is. Whoa. Interesting. That's odd. Got all these new contours of this board. I don't understand it. Definitely one of the more complex freeboard shapes that I've ever owned, other than, or well, from Freeboard anyway. Shout out to Tom. Made me a couple of cool decks throughout the years. Back when we were trying to see if there was a justification for a tail and nose on a freeboard, which my consensus still to this day is that there's not, because you can't really get up on top of the nose and tail like you can on a skateboard, and it doesn't have the flexibility of a snowboard, so like you can't really like lean into it, so you kind of end up with a super rigid, like, I don't know, contact where you're not really. I think David Chiotis probably did it the best. At one point he had a board, and even him doing it, it's still like, I don't know, it doesn't look natural. It looks like you're really trying to have to force it. But like, if we could make a freeboard deck that would kind of have different composites to it beyond just like a single core, like, because you really wouldn't want the flexibility like between your feet, I don't think, because that was always kind of my problem with like the bamboo boards, is they were like almost too flexy. You get too much torsion between your feet. Like, I don't know, I don't really like that aspect. I kind of want something a little stiffer, I believe. But like, if past your foot, they could have like almost like a snowboard type material, like construction, and then it was like more flexible out past your foot. Like, I think there might be something there, but outside of that, I don't know. I don't think there's much of a future. And also just added so much. What did I just say? Oh, Sitting here yakking, I didn't realize I already put all my holes in it. Yeah, like I don't really like the added weight from it too. The weight of adding that extra material is really noticeable. Like even Tom made me a really cool like endoskeleton carbon fiber foam core board, and it was really light. But like even still, like it just didn't, like I said, the flexibility wasn't justified. So unless you build it with that type of construction, the extra weight is just like way too much. So yeah, I'll have to stick a pin in that for now until maybe one day the technology is a little bit more better in the boards. I do like this whole thing. Like this is super cool. Like I'm probably gonna end up having to put some. Which way does this go? This way, I guess. I guess it's Freebord Star Up is what I would imagine. Like I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to put some risers on this front hanger here, or on these hangers here, because from what I've heard, it has extra rocker, which I'm not a huge big rocker kind of guy. I like to have pretty minimal, especially compared to a lot of people. Like when the bent hangers first started coming around, I was pretty hesitant because like I like to have maybe where you could stick a finger between your board and the ground. I like it very minimal. Now as I've gotten less like jib freestyle oriented, I've definitely, embraced more rocker and, just getting used to it as it changed. But I definitely don't need more than the G3Rs. Like that was way too much for me as it was. So this is definitely going to be something. Damn, I need a skate tool. It's definitely going to be something to adapt to. Because as it looks right now, I'm one in. And that looks super high. Like, holy shit, that is super tall. So I'm going to have to, I don't even know if I can, no, I don't think I can even drop that wheel down another one. I'm going to have to bring this hanger up just to make this like, not feel like it has a giant cliff of rocker that I have to adapt to. So that's definitely something I'm going to have to address pretty quick. I can already kind of forecast. Maybe get a skate tool. I'll be right back. All right. Skate tool acquired. Had it in the car because Lauren's been getting into roller skating lately, so got her out riding around on her roller skates. So I need her skate tool. I need the skate tool to adjust. Well, that's a thing. Interesting. I guess because that hanger's so fat, you can't get a skate tool on that nut there. Interesting. Well, I'll have to get a wrench. All right, wrench acquired. It's going to be a 3/8, looks like. And of course, I can't fit my ratchet on there. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm really kind of weird about this, but I don't like to tighten down one side. I kind of like to do it like a drum or something else in that fashion, where you would like kind of tighten one side down a little bit and then come back to like the diagonal side and tighten that side down a little bit. Probably doesn't matter, but I don't know. Creatures of habit, all that. Alright, it's kind of hard to do it in a way that's enjoyable to watch, so I'll probably just zip it up from here. This is kind of odd too. I don't know if this is like intended, but I don't know if you'll be able to see. So like, got the base plate for this fully rested. It's pretty damn tight on there. There's still this gap from where I said it had that kind of kick up. Kind of odd. I mean, it's not a big deal, I'm sure. It's just kind of like odd to see a space there. Don't know if it'll affect anything or matter, but definitely a little weird. But now I'm gonna put risers on it anyway. So I don't know. We're not gonna trip on it. We're just gonna get this thing put together. Now for the center wheel. Touch my center wheel. You know. Maybe you don't know. There's gonna be like such a small portion of people who would even like give a shit to watch me put this together, but like for those couple of you that do, what's up? Thanks. Appreciate it. Glad you're on this journey with me, experiencing the, you know, majesty of the next generation of freeboards, you know? Like this is an exciting moment. Like we haven't had, even the G3R was kind of like a cop-out moment. Like, oh cool, like here's a new thing, kind of, not really, but a little bit. We're just gonna put, you know, put more rocker on the center wheel and then make the truck slightly different or make the hanger slightly different. Like this is like a full-on like evolutionary step towards a 2-part freeboard truck. I mean, there's so much more customization that can come from a component like this, so much more adjustment and tweaking, and all of you gear nuts out there are just probably frothing about this, you know? Like, are you guys who just really enjoy altering and changing? I mean, I'm one of those guys. I'm not talking shit, but, you know, some of you guys, you know who you are. Calm down. Tighten it up. At least I can use the skate tool on the center wheel. But that's, oh man, I just can't get over how much that bugs me that I can't use the skate. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I carry a toolbox or a bag or something usually with wheels and all that type of shit. So probably not the biggest deal. One down. Definitely a considerable amount of rocker. Like, that is quite a bit. I mean, look at that difference, man. That's, let's see, I've got another freeboard right here. Hold on. Alright, so just for a comparison here, like I said, G3Rs, I'm already having to ride one down. So like, look at that. That's about the amount of rocker that I have that I prefer. But then look at that. I don't know if you can tell, but that seems very significantly higher. Seems like the hole pattern's different on these bindings, so I might have to adjust these as I go. I'm trying to match. I've got wear marks that have always been the telltale of where to slap them back to, but it doesn't seem like both of them line up like they used to, so it's going to be a little bit different. And I'll probably do, since this is kind of like an exciting time for this stuff, at least for me, I'm going to probably do a follow-up video and show like me putting my custom stuff that I put on it that that I've gotten accustomed to throughout the years, like my bindings, or I'm sorry, my foot under my binding. I like to put foam, same type of foam as I put under the binding, put some coarse grip, and then put extreme grip, industrial grade traction enhancer on the tip of my toe. All right, there she is. She's assembled. Nice. Looks really clean. Looks nice. I forgot that this is an 87. I was like, why does this feel so large? But it's like a totally different length and everything. I forgot about that. So I usually ride 85s.
I think the other option must have been like 84 or something. I don't know. It was like, this felt like the better option, especially for what I plan on doing with it. But who knows? Maybe I might end up getting a smaller one eventually, or hopefully having Tom make me another one that's custom size. So, all right, baby's starting to make some noise in there. We'll stick a pin in this for now. Let's go ride the thing, and we'll see what happens. The Freebord gods are smiling upon us. It's been snowing and raining all day. The road's still a little wet. Not too bad though. Just out on the hill in front of my house. Gonna get a couple laps in on the Freebord 5. Look at this. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about all this rocker, but there I go. I'm already bitching about it. I don't know how I feel about this rocker yet, but maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. I was riding pretty high rocker there for a little while in Colorado. We were living there. But yeah, I'm excited. It's been a long time coming for this. Thanks again to everybody who helped make it happen. Bob, Bentley, everybody, Cody. Thanks guys. Appreciate you guys getting this done for us. I know it was like probably one of the worst times in human history to launch a product, so thanks for doing that. Woo! You have to bear with me too, because I didn't realize this was coming today, so my GoPro's not charged, but we'll get some cell phone shots. I got the GoPro charging right now. Lauren and the baby are at the bottom of the hill waiting, so maybe she'll get a flyby or two. She can wrangle that in the baby. It's probably a lot to ask, so probably won't do that. Usually stop way further down the hill on this hill, but I really want to give this thing a good try. So we're going all the way up, even though it's super mellow up here. But it gets pretty fast in front of my house. You can get some decent speed. Yeah, I'm excited. Woo! Here we go. Ooh, definitely feel like some baggy pants, wide stance with this 87. Ooh, the carving feels pretty good though. It's actually, the rocker is not as bad as I thought it was. Definitely wouldn't be able to wouldn't be able to hit park on this maybe, but if I reduced the wheels and did some altering, probably so. Woo. All right, got down the hill the first time on it. I like it, feels good. It's definitely really smooth. I liked the carving, felt really good on it. I only really got to maybe like 20 or something at most. It's pretty slow hill, but definitely feel an interesting like extra, I don't know how to explain it. When I go to toe slide, and it might just be these wheels, I don't know. I'm used to privileges, so these are, I don't know what these are. They're kind of like the blues, I guess, or whatever, but you can like feel that tracking like really slide out. Like I feel like it could get away from me if I wasn't paying attention. So that might be the extra length, because this is an 87. I don't know, might be tweaking on it. Might be because my stance is wider, it's like acting different, but yeah. So far so good. We're gonna keep tweaking on it. Make it better. Woo. Got my fan club out here. Yep, Nico's there too. What'd you think, little boy? What'd you think? All right, one thing I will say that I was a little hesitant of before riding it was the action that the center wheel has, like the way it spins. Like it seems like way less snappy than the old trucks, which I was kind of like, it's like kind of like, feels almost like what it felt like when you used to take your springs out and try and ride like that or whatever. And I was worried that it might feel weird. Now, I haven't taken it at full speed yet, but yeah, didn't really notice anything when I was riding it. It does have like kind of a rattle. It's kind of a little strange. Sorry, this wind is probably making this audio useless, but it did have a little bit of rattle when I was like jumping around. You could like hear it a little bit when I was in the house. But I don't know, maybe that'll kind of wear out over time. Not sound so clickety clack, but yeah, I do think it's cool. Trying to get ran over on this fucking road. Okay, second drop completed. Took that one a little faster this time. Tried to get a little bit more speed. Felt really stable, really good. Yeah, it's interesting. The new like cups in the concave. Like I almost don't even have, and I haven't ridden a real hill. That's usually when it happens, but on a real hill, a lot of times my foot will vibrate out. That's why I wear the spikes on the under toe. So I put the extreme grip on to like kind of give my toes something to hang on to whilst trying to not have my foot slip out. But it kind of feels like at this stage, I might not even need that. Maybe some coarse grip, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. All right. I just tried to film that run. It was all belly, so you're not gonna see that one. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. My initial takeaway is it's cool. I like it. It takes a little adjustment, but not too much. It feels familiar, nice. I rode a little bit of switch. It felt pretty consistent that way too. Yeah, I am looking forward to messing with it more. We'll see what happens in the long run. Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks.